Okay, folks, well, it's Sunday, and guess what? One step forward and I think maybe 9-10 steps backwards. So we were sitting here getting all the linkage and everything done yesterday. I let the car down and noticed that the damn new dipstick that was in there, I saw a crack in a little collar. So that was a leak waiting to happen. Well, guess what? It cracked right there where the boss is, even with the damage. That's, of course, you know, where else would you want it to crack? So guess what I get to do? I get to peel this damn oil pan all the way back off and try to drive that thing out through the bottom now. So this is a big problem I have with quality of parts. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to talk about dipsticks. Chevys, Fords, Chryslers, they don't hardly make a factory dipstick for them anymore. They're chrome. Who wants a damn chrome dipstick? I mean, really? So they never fit. Then you got to grind them to get them to go into the boss right there. They're horrible. They're junk. So now I got to pull the pan so I can push that part of the dipstick tube back out, get the new dipstick, and then probably going to have to do some grinding if it doesn't go in there like it should. Yes, I did it with the open end of the wrench, and where I think it was a 7/16 diameter, might be a 3/8 diameter, I can't remember. I did it just like you're supposed to with the wrench, tapped it down. Unless there's another way you guys know without pounding the mushroom in the end of the dipstick out. This is ridiculous. Just totally ridiculous. So now I got to drop the center link out. Just a pain in the butt. I hate doing stuff backwards. So here we go. Replacing the... Folks, this is crazy. We just removed the oil pan, and I think that this is a blessing that this, I would have never, you'd never hear me say that, but dropping the oil pan on this engine, you know, we ran it on the test stand. It had great oil pressure. There were never any issues. But when we dropped the oil pan, I noticed this bolt, one of these bolts was hanging down about 3 threads. I have never seen that. And then when I went to go check none of these were tight. None of them. This is something that I've never had this happen to me before, but I just learned a lesson here. We have averted disaster. When they built this pump, the pump's good. There's nothing wrong with it. But somebody didn't go in and torque these bolts. It calls for 95 inch-pounds on these cover bolts. If we had not pulled the pan and caught that, eventually this thing would have dropped and oil pressure would have gone to 0. And obviously you can guess the rest. I have never seen that before in my life. So this is where you've got to look, just because a part's brand new, like the stupid dipstick, you're going to have to really, really look and scrutinize your new parts. I've heard of people having issues, but that's a bad quality right there. Somebody not doing their damn job. And who would have known? So we're going to make sure we torque these, and even if it may need to get some type of thread sealer, I don't know, but that's crazy. So we're moving on with this. Going to torque these to 95 inch-pounds like the book calls for. So learning lesson: oil pump, check the cover bolt torque. You can bet your... Golly, man, unbelievable. All right, folks. Well, can't win them all. So we're gonna have to order a 12-inch 24/64 drill bit to properly get this thing drilled out. The lucky thing is, it's a small block. You can get the pan off of it. But these parts, this should have never happened. I put plenty of dipsticks in. It's not rocket science, but they fit like crap. They're made in China, and you got to really pay attention. I did everything I could do right, and I noticed it was broken. So anyway, waiting on a drill bit, get that thing drilled out, cleaned out. We'll reinstall the oil pan, and then we'll be moving forward. Probably get close to putting the dash in now, and we'll finish up with the interlock system. So with that being said, I had to back up and punt. Had to take of course, my grand dog here, Hank, he's a nerd, but he likes hanging out with me. So I think it's time we take the therapy machines out for a ride. Go out here, ride around for a while. That usually puts me back where I need to be mentally. So everybody have a good weekend.